क्या हालचाल लौंडो, मैं हूँ स्काउट और आज हम बात करने वाले हैं गेमिंग के असली सीन के, लाइफ के स्ट्रगल्स के और मैंने कैसे एक फुटबॉल ग्राउंड से गेमिंग वर्ल्ड तक का सफर तय किया। तो भाइयों, इस पॉडकास्ट में सिर्फ गेम ही कवर नहीं होने वाला है, इसमें माइंडसेट ग्रोथ और वो हर एक चीज कवर होगा जो एक गेमर को बनाता है एक लेजेंड। अगर आपको गेमिंग का जुनून है या फिर गेमिंग के शौकीन हो आप, तो ये पॉडकास्ट आपके लिए है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो कैसे एक पैशन बनता है प्रोफेशन। तो भाइयों रेडी हो जाओ, क्योंकि जर्नी अभी शुरू हुई है। बिना किसी टाइम वेस्ट के हम चलते हैं पॉडकास्ट की तरफ।
So tell me, just switching gears a little bit. So tell me what a typical day looks like for you.
For me, it depends if I'm in a tournament season or I'm having a casual day. So there are two different schedules which I follow. So if there's a tournament, then obviously it's gonna go for like maybe a month or two. So I wake up around 9 in the morning. I go do my physical activity in the morning, maybe a gym, maybe go for a running. And I come back, have my breakfast, start training around 12, finish my first half of the training till 6. I have my food. Obviously, I have my lunch in the middle while playing games. At 6, we take a break for an hour. Then we go for the second half, where I start gaming from 7. I go till 9:30, 10. Then sometimes when I want to stream at night, I shorten that second half till 8:30. Then I start my streaming at 9, finish it till 12. After 12, I'm free. I have my whole team at my home, so we sit and start playing some different games which you don't play in the morning till night. Now we have that competitive environment in different n number of games. Like we do play Tekken, we play FIFA, we play a lot of games. Just competing against each other in the same room. Yeah. It's like a boys' hostel for me. So competing against each other, then we go to sleep around 1 or 2. That's my normal schedule. When there's tournament, I skip all the other games. I'm like, okay, just focus on the same game. Yeah. That's it.
I don't think I realized how intense it was when you talk about it, like the morning and then afternoon, evening.
I personally feel that this is more of an easy job, because when we look into the real jobs, what people struggle every day, like construction sites, making roads, like there's so many much more difficult jobs what people do to get a living. And for us, it's like just play games. Then we should not complain about that. That's what I feel. Yeah. Some people say that, oh, streaming is super hard. Like, bro, yeah, just streaming, brother. Yeah. We go outside and see the real world. People are struggling to get a meal for a day also.
Yeah. That's a very important message that you said there. Yeah.
That's what I feel like. We are blessed that we get to do what we want and we enjoy it. People don't love their work, but they still work to just survive in their life. That's what I feel like. We should not ever complain when we are happy and enjoying something what we are and earning from it. That's the main part. You're having a good living by playing games. Yeah. What else do you want?
Yeah. No, that's a really lovely message that you've said. I mean, I only hope that as Reign of Titans we can help with that. We can bring that same sentiment, to the world. We do these tournaments that we do now, and we have people who will come to us and they'll say, "You changed my life in the last 3 months, 4 months."
100%. Like imagine the tournaments being held and someone dominating the tournament is going to be known all across the country. Yeah. And if that guy starts teaching people how to play that game, he's going to have his own fan base learning the game from him. Yeah. And that's how the life of a person can change easily. There can be thousands of scouts in future easily.
Yeah, I mean, we hope so. That's what we want to build, right? That's the dream. Thousands of scouts. I think resilience is an important part of the message, with esports as well and gaming in general. I think about our journey. I said we've been building now for 3 years. We've been building Reign of Titans. We thought we would be where we are today a year ago. So we're like a year late in everything that we're doing, which was tough, right, for us to realize that we were a year late. And there were honestly moments when we were thinking, is this really what we should be doing? It was tough, right, to build a game, to think about launching, to think about trying to market the game and get people to play it. But then you have those moments when somebody comes and they say, oh, your tournament is changing my life. And then, what do? You have to keep going, right? Like,
It's like building something for 3 years and then having a thought at the back of their head, oh, are we doing it right? Or should
Yeah.
we be here?
Yeah.
I've thought that a couple of times also in my career.
Yeah.
In my last 6 years, should I be doing this? Or should I leave esports and just stream? Because for me, it's like streaming and esports both are different worlds. And to have a good balance in both of them is very important.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can exactly feel what you just told. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I've experienced that in my past.
Yeah. And I mean, we're a US based company, right? Like we're headquartered in New York. I live in New York. And, you know, when we said, okay, we want to go to India, right? Like people expected us to want to be in New York and want to launch in the States and be there. And, you know, we said, no, like our big bet is India because that's where esports is rising, where we're going to make the biggest impact. That's, you know, where we think that it's the right place to be. And even those decisions that we made at that time, you always question, are you making the right decision? And I mean, we've never built a game before, right? This is our first time. So we're just learning along with everyone else. But what I can say is that the market that we've seen here and experienced in India has been so helpful to us, so welcoming to us as well. And it just only further reinforces to me that these are just things that have to be done together. There's no us, there's no user, it's just all of us in this community.
It's the whole community of the game.
Yeah.
The publisher, the developers, the user base, the athletes, the streamers, everyone together are gonna help make it big.
Yeah. And I don't think, I didn't realize that when I first started this journey. I didn't realize how much everybody needs to come together to really make it work. Or to really make it, or to do it differently, right?
Yeah.
Let's say.
There's a huge quote, like we say, like all the fingers are not same.
Yeah.
When it's together, it's a feast.
Yeah.
It's the strongest.
Yeah.
So that's how it works. Like not everyone has the same amount of effort to be put in for something, but the effort being put together by everyone makes it a big effort.
Yeah.
Combined effort putting together makes it something much more powerful and useful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So do you see a lot more kids now coming into the gaming scene? I mean, I know we see it even just with Reign of Titans, where we go to events, we see a lot more kids getting involved in the game. Even than we did a year ago, we see a lot more kids. Do you think that's a positive thing for the gaming scene?
To be honest, it's like a very great thing, because if we don't get kids to love the game, those kids are going to grow up for next 2-3 years. They're going to be sticking to that game for longer period than a guy who is already in his late 20s, and maybe he will get into some different job, maybe he has to look after his family. He won't be able to put so much effort that a guy who is 18 years old or a 15-year-old guy. They just have school and games. They can enjoy their games forever. But a guy who has to take care of his family and everything, maybe he won't get that amount of time to put into the game in compared to a kid who is just going to school or maybe in college or just staying with their parents, going to school and playing games. So attracting kids is something which is a very big plus point for any game out there. Like imagine a 12-year-old who loves the game. He's gonna keep playing the game till he becomes 25.
Yeah.
The amount of years he's gonna give to the game is insane.
Yeah.
So that's where attracting kids gives an upper hand over all the other games.
Yeah, you get that loyalty from
Yeah,
them.
you get that loyalty, you get that interest you build over time. Maybe a kid starts playing a game, playing the game for a year, and he gets that maybe interaction with the developers and the game. He will be much more interested, and he will be much more indulged into the game. Next year, he'll be more interested to play the game. That's how we create the relation, isn't it? It works like normal relationships that happen in the real life. You give it more time, we get more connected to the game.
So you talked a little bit about streamers, and I just wanted to get your take on creators in general in the gaming space, because I mean creators across all industries, this is obviously like taken off now that we have social media. You know, creators are such a big part of every industry, it feels like. How would you define the role of creators as a blanket term? Like, so including streamers, but including other creators as well?
Creators are basically the if we take an example of a car, creators are the wheels of the car. You need creators to move the car. No matter how good the car is, if you don't have good wheels, the car's not going to move. We need good amount of creators to keep the audience engaged into anything new. Because when we see a movie, there's a superstar who's going to act in the movie. We see the movie for like 2 hours, then we wait for maybe a year for the second movie, right?
Yeah.
But when we see a creator or a streamer, he's going to stream every day. Every day you're giving like at least 30 minutes to the streamer. So you're interacting with the streamer on a daily basis. So it's like staying digitally, having a friend whom you're talking to every day, and he's suggesting you something to play. So you're going to give it a try no matter what. That's what I feel, how streamers impact the entire audience. And creators, obviously, they are after the social media. There's so many creators, so many Instagram creators, so many YouTube creators who have boomed up in the last COVID and lockdown period.
Yeah.
So I feel those are the people who help in making viral content in any kind of games or comedy or sketches or anything. But streamer is someone who's gonna bring that engagement with the audience, because you're completely into someone where you're seeing him every day for at least 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like talking to your digital friend.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. And I mean, everything's so global now, right? So you can tune in from anywhere.
Exactly. You can have a friend living like me. I love to watch Shroud. He lives in a different part of the world. But I do watch him for like at least 30 minutes in a day. For me, it's like, yeah, it's fun to watch him.
Yeah.
So you can have audience all over the globe, and you can digitally be connected to any of the streamer at the same time.
Yeah. You know, this idea of just watching streamers or like watching gameplay in general, you know, we wanted to make it a big part of Reign of Titans. We're not quite there yet because we have some parts, but there's, you know, spectator view, for example, that we want to make sure that we have up and running before we fully kind of go with this kind of watching. But this idea of watching games is almost as popular now as actually playing.
Yeah.
Playing games, right?
I feel people love to watch people play games is because if a streamer is really good at the game, the average gamer who just casually plays game is going to learn a lot from someone who is really good at the game.
Yeah.
There are athletes who will be competing in the tournament, but the streamers who makes the game fun, right? Like cracking some jokes, making it an entertaining stream, at the same time playing the game in a really good way. So the audience are going to sit and laugh and at the same time learn the game.
Yeah.
That's where things get spiced up.
And that's it. Learning the game, right, is important. It's even better than having tutorials, like learning from other people. Yeah.
Learning from, like, tutorial, you won't feel more interactive, right? You will just watch something happening on the screen. But having a guy explaining you visually, that's something where learning becomes easier.
Yeah. And I mean, when you play the game, there's a little bit of a learning curve to Reign of Titans, especially with the combos, understanding the elements, the advantages, etc. So we know that we definitely need UGC to help us to really explain the game.
Yeah,
it's tough. Yeah.
I feel every game has a good learning curve when you want to be really good at the game.
Yeah.
And like I feel every gamer out there wants to be above average, dominant in the game. Who wants to lose every game?
Yeah.
So everyone needs to, go above that learning curve. And I feel the second someone starts teaching and everyone starts getting better, then the learning curve increases more. Because for a new user coming into a game where everyone is good, for him it's like climbing a Mount Everest. Oh, shoot, I need to go there and learn the entire Mount Everest and then gonna compete.
Yeah.
So I feel the more we teach, the learning curve increases. It's like almost everyone is good at the game.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna get better?
Right. So I mean, so you're part of a team, right?
Yeah.
We want to start to build teams here in India for Reign of Titans as well. Actually, we want to build global teams, but obviously we've got a soft spot for India, so we're going to start here. What's it like being part of a team?
For me, it's like I have made teams. I own a team. I play for a team. So I've experienced both the sides.
Yeah.
Being an owner, being a player.
Yeah.
So being a player, it's super hectic.
Yeah.
Because you have a regular competition going around you. If you just chill out for a week, you will have another player who's better than you.
Yeah.
Someone's grinding harder to replace you. So
That's intense.
yeah, that's intense because you can't ease out.
Yeah.
The second you ease out, your place is gonna be replaced by someone who's better than you. That's where the intensity goes super high. It's just like any other traditional sport.
Yeah.
If reaching top is easy, but staying at the top is harder.
Yeah.
Because you need to have that hunger every time.
Yeah.
And no one knows when your hunger fades away. And being an owner, it's like, yeah, obviously it's not easy because then you have to mentor your team. Because for a team to perform good, you need to have a good mentorship. So being an owner is just not owning 4 or 3 players or 5 players for the team. It's more of mentoring them how you want them to think. You give them a good mentorship. You nurture them. You teach them how to compete. That's how your team is going to excel. They both have different skill set. Both the sides of the coin have different storylines. Yeah, but it's fun to be a part of both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how are Indian teams stacking up globally?
Right now, we don't have a bridge to compete after the shiftings of the game from PUBG to BGMI. But we're still waiting for a game where we can compete, and maybe this Reign of Legends can be one of those games where we get a chance to compete. Because
Yeah.
I feel the second you start competing in something internationally,
Yeah.
even a guy who has zero clue about the game is going to come and support.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, oh, that guy is representing us.
Yeah.
So there, even if you don't know what games are, you're going to go and support.
Yeah.
That's how games get like super viral in the country.
Yeah.
Like imagine a team goes from India competing in a world championship.
Yeah.
So every gamer who is playing a different game, they're going to go and obviously support that guy who's going to compete.
Yeah.
Because it's not the game, it's the country.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's our goal. Like, as I was saying, we've got global players at the moment, you know, so like LATAM, for example, Latin America is a big market for us. Argentina, Colombia, Mexico, big markets for us. So we have teams in these countries too. So we want to make sure that we can get teams all over the world. And as you say, have these
I would love to have an Indian
championships.
team, and maybe if I'm that good at the game, maybe I'll also compete.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you're going to be good enough
Yeah,
at the game
100%,
to compete.
I would love to compete.
Yeah, and then hopefully sometime in 2025 we can have some kind of world championship for sure.
It's
Yeah,
going to be crazy. Like getting a game where we can compete for the country is like insane.
yeah. And so that's it. It's like competing for your country. I think
Yeah.
is the way forward.
Like everyone wants to represent their country in some way or the other.
Yeah,
If you get a chance in game, that's well and good. Like for me, it was like, oh, I always wanted to represent my country in football.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I went through an injury. So now if I get a chance to compete in different game, why wouldn't I? I would always love to give 100% for my country.
yeah.
That's how every guy in the country feels. What I have seen till now.
So if I can ask you, why do you think Reign of Titans could be a good fit for the Indian market?
The easiest answer for this is the mobile. It's a mobile game.
Yeah,
It's a cross-platform, but it's a mobile game which can run on almost every mobile, every smartphone. You don't need a very high specific smartphone to run the game. And so I feel anyone who is having a decent smartphone, they can run the game and experience the game easily. So the accessibility to different users increases at that moment. Because if we restrict the game to just for the high-end devices, I feel a huge base who have a low specs device won't be able to enjoy the game.
yeah,
So that's one thing. And second thing, the gaming mobile market in India is massive and is growing. And it's going to keep growing. So it's going to give the spot for people to compete at the same time. Because there's no other game where you are able to compete for the country.
yeah,
I think there are very few games in which people have an option to go and compete in a mobile game. And I think it's Pokemon Unite and Call of Duty Mobile, and there are a few other games. But a game coming at the right moment, like, oh, this is the game where we can go and represent the country. That's where it can excel. And by the looks of the game, I feel like this is a game where you can play. You can play this game everywhere.
Yeah.
You don't need a specific spot to play.
Yeah.
If you're traveling in a car, just get a phone and just play. If I'm super tired, I'm lying down on my bed, I can just lie down and play the game. So
Yeah.
that's the accessibility, the comfort of playing the game increases.
Yeah.
And that's the comfort of the game attracts more casual gamers. The accessibility of the game attracts more esports player.
Yeah.
So it's a good combination of both.
Yeah. That's it. And we wanted to make sure that we still have the casual gaming side as well as the competitive side, right? You need both.
Exactly. You need both, yeah.
Yeah.
Without the so whenever I talk about esports, it's always a good casual player becoming an esports athlete. It's never an esports player coming and being good at the game from the start. You are a casual gamer when you come to the game.
Yeah.
You become really good at the game. Then you think of competing. Then you become an It's an upgradation of a casual gamer.
Right.
You upgrade from a casual gamer to an esports player.
Right.
So without casual gaming, there is no esports.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. You know, talking about accessibility, one of my dreams that I always tell the team is that my dream is to be on a New York subway and see someone next to me playing Reign of Titans on their phone. That's my dream. That's when I'll tell everybody that we've made it. We're good when we see that.
If that happens, it means the game has blown up everywhere.
That's it. Yeah.
So if someone wants to get into the game and give it a try, so how they can get their hands on the game?
Yeah, so we're cross-platform now. So you can, on your PC, browser-based, you can go to reignofTitans.gg and you can play there directly. Or you can download the app on the App Store or on the Google Play Store directly at Reign of Titans.
So we have games on both the platforms, Android and iOS.
And iOS, yes, and web-based.
Yeah,
You
web-based.
can follow everything that we're doing on our socials. We've got our Instagram accounts, X. You can follow us on these platforms. You can join our Discord as well. You'll get the most up-to-date information there too.
Yeah, I think that's a place where we can be more connected to the game, where what's happening in the game.
You'll meet the community on the Discord. You'll find out about the tournaments that we do. I said we have three or four tournaments every month. So all the information will be there, and you can connect with us on the Discord as well. We're in there all the time talking to everyone. So
guys, if you guys want to have a try on the game, it's very easy. You can go to the App Store or Play Store and have a try on the game. And if you are a PC gamer, you can go to web browser and go to reignofTitans.gg and download it and give it a try. And let's see who's going to be better if you can beat me in the game.
Well, thank you so much. It was an absolute pleasure talking with you today, Scout. To hear a little bit more just about your journey and just what you think about, the market and us coming in. It's always nice to catch up.
It's my pleasure to talk to publishers, like what we gamers feel when a game comes in. So I feel this is something which I was looking up to from a long time. Like if I got a chance to talk to some publisher when the game gets launched, I'm super happy this happened.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. Absolute pleasure.
Thank you.